Maniacs. How you guys doing on this Tuesday, August 6th, 2024? MOD's coming at you with another video from the MOD Crypt. As always, if you missed anything in the past week, click the eye, bring down the menu. Everything you need to get caught up is there. Remember, hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications so you know when you post. So you know when I post new content. Sorry, MOD giving you only the true elite underground metal. As always, raw fucking intolerance. Welcome to Album Review Tuesdays here on the channel once again, and this week we are going into the USA Underground for a review of a pretty damn awesome newer war metal act with Antichrist Siege Machine, Purifying Blade. There's the CD there. You guys can check that out. Absolutely killer. There's the back. I finally got this in the mail this week. Now, this was released in 2021 on Profound Lore Records. Antichrist Siege Machine hail from Richmond, Virginia, and formed back in 2016 and have released 3 full-length albums, 2 demos, and 2 EPs so far with their musical offerings. So for the lineup, we have SB, drums, vocals, and RZ on guitars. That's right, a 2-piece, and I don't even know if they use a bass guitar, because when you hear this album, or Schism Perpetration, I'm not a fan of Vengeance of Eternal Fire, so don't even ask. You can really hear the low end of that guitar, so it's not like they really need a bass, at least in my opinion. Alright, I know why you're here, you know why you're here, let's get into the review. So the album opens up with an ambient intro with some soft-spoken samples called The Way of Cain. And this is some pretty sinister ominence that emits from the intro and sets the tone for the insanity and destruction that you are about to undertake. Next up is Carried into Darkness, and this one is immediate with its pummeling war metal punishment, belting you with insane savagery right out of the gate. Constant blasting and visceral chainsaw guitars rip your body to shreds as the sky is ripped apart by war-torn mortar fire and nuclear explosions demolishing the world below as the vocals come on like a lunatic filled with bloodlust that's on the verge of a complete maniacal frenzy. The track is so brutal and nihilistic that it prides itself on pure hatred and annihilation. This is a killer opening track. Up next is Unleashed Hostility, and this is exactly how the track sounds here, guys. Brutal, unrelenting force that is crafted through sonic, intense ranges in brutality and doom-laden dread, as the track opens with some insane darkness before it bellows into its full-on obliteration through its deep, noise-driven, chaotic storm of warfare and cacophonic aggression and rage. The guitars go off like an atom bomb explosion filled with destructive force and drums that are absolutely insane, man. The drum work is like a tank firing, obliterating everything in its wake as it makes its way through the blaze of destruction and nihilism through pure uncompromised production and an unbridled primal sound of nothing but pure visceral hatred and violence. This track is killer as well. Next up we have Chaos Insignia, and this one is a bit more mid-paced to start off before the chaos, albeit with an infectious groove that starts us off before the bomb goes off and you're left in complete disarray, wondering what the fuck just happened. The drums and guitars are like tanks rolling over villages while burning them alive using flamethrowers and chemical warfare that melts everything to nothing and reduces you to ash in its powerful destructive wake. And this one is only 2 minutes long, but straight to the throat and will bash your skull into bits. Killer track here as well. Led by Fire comes on next, and this one literally sounds like the title. This is 1 minute and 10 seconds of complete brutal savagery and raw fucking rage that decimates everyone and everything with crazy aggression and full-on blasting chainsaw guitars and drum beats that eviscerate you with no fucking mercy. The vocals here are pure full-on savagery and misanthropic hatred. Killer track here as well. Next up we have Victorious Legions of Satan, and this one is a calling to the Legion from beneath as the blasting militant drum work and soaring blazing guitars are buzzing like a siren of destructive force, calling upon the legions of the underworld to be set loose, hell-bent on world domination, and everything that embodies this track is pure savagery and barbarism of the highest caliber as you traverse through its complete primal rage and destructive warfare that you feel everything right down to the core of your soul. There's some infectious groove on this one as well that changes and shifts back into full-on speed-driven aggression and force. Alright, so let's check out some Antichrist Siege Machine here on MOD. Enjoy. And we are back, guys, and yeah, this track absolutely slays. Now, next up is kind of like a middle intro called "And the Wicked Will Be Revealed," and there is some backwards spoken ritualistic language here that is pretty disturbing, but kind of serves as an album interlude. Pretty interesting, but nothing crazy. Now we come into "Defiled in Iniquity," and man, this track explodes with pure nuclear rage and holocaustic visions of pure genocide on the human race, with no regard for melodies or sensibility or compromise to be found. This is pure glory through savagery with such a primal force of power and aggression here that's very hard to argue with. The guitars go off like a militant legion of 1,000 willing men marching into battle to dominate the opposition. The drum work here has some incredible warlike marching beats that make this track one of my favorites on the record, alongside with the twisted vocals of pure savagery and forceful dominant aggression and hatred. This track is killer as well. Next up is another 2-minute vicious onslaught of war metal savagery with To Be Sooner Broken by Pain. And like the namesake, this track is fucking insane. Raw savage drum work with nothing but pure violence and hatred intact, alongside those face-melting buzzsaw riffs that rip the goddamn flesh right off the bone and go straight for the jugular, with the purified blade of sharp, war-torn rage and annihilation intact, with some vocals of a very pissed-off soul with nothing and no regard for human existence. This track is absolute fire and destruction killer stuff. Next up, we have the title track, Antichrist Siege Machine, and this one starts off with a sick headbanging inducing riff that collides against some heavy slow drumming that also has a dominant savage guitar riff as well that leads over everything, that sounds like a grating buzzsaw hearkening to the sirens of the war call. The inevitable battle against the fucking weak is on full display here as the track moves further, and we get some awesome double bass here as well before it breaks you and your neck with full speed savagery and violence of forceful guitar work and militant style blast beats of the heaviest caliber alongside the tormented and hateful vocals. This track's killer as well. Closing out this 30-minute album is Inevitable Penalty. This one destroys you instantly, guys. The drums are absolutely insane with their blasting explosive dominance of pure desolation and pain and destruction, alongside the savage, war-torn riffs and those chainsaw guitars that rip the face right to the bone, exposing your skull for this full-on war savagery of bestial, war-torn skies that come forth to destroy and obliterate the human race. And this beast is called this album. This is absolutely killer. This closing track is a whirlwind of profound destruction and cataclysmic rage that embodies everything war metal should be: hatred, annihilation, elitism, intolerance, and barbarism, and it fucking delivers. The final verdict for Purifying Blade from Antichrist Siege Machine is getting a 10 out of 10. Go and buy it now from Profound Lore Records. I'll put a link down in the description box below. Hail the underground, raw fucking intolerance. Alright guys, so there you have it. Another album review in the books here on the channel. Hope you enjoyed the premiere. If you're new, subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications. Merchandise coming up on the screen. We have Music of Destruction, Spread the Plague, Annihilate the Human Race. That one has 8 different designs, 4 different colors. It's got me on the front giving the finger. Awesome print on the back. Thank you to Barry, Rich, and Shredbeard, and Josh, and Anthony, and Mark, Chaos Massacre, and I think Andrew Brown. I know a lot of you have been buying shirts, so thank you so much. That one looks absolutely awesome. Janelle did a great job on that shirt. Looks killer. Also coming up on the screen, you have the second shirt, MOD, Raw Fucking Intolerance. Green lettering, really awesome font. Has me on the front. Great front print on that one, and on the back has another awesome skull with some horns coming off it with a pentagram. Green outline. Again, really great color variation. Janelle says Raw Fucking Intolerance. On the back, that one again, 4 different colors, 8 different designs. So thank you to everybody who's been checking out the shirts and buying them. Really appreciate you. Great shirt there. Make sure you check out my bonfire.com/store/music-of-destruction. Also, finally, the newest shirt coming up on the screen, Music of Destruction. Great front print with me doing the war metal pose with the chain bandoliers, all that cool stuff. Great occult print behind me. Great King's font with Music of Destruction there. And on the back has the demon with the hands clasped. Pentagram up on the top. I hate your band. Yes, my newest shirt. There's going to be more coming. That one has 3 different colors, 8 different designs. You know what designs is by now. Again, bonfire.com/store/music-of-destruction. Join the channel, become an MOD Elite VIP. We had some new members come in this week. Thank you so much. $4.99 a month. Hit the join button. You get access to exclusive content. I just did a podcast on the history of the Les Legions Nor. You're going to get review requests, a top 15 metal album warfares, or an album ranking. Stuff like that. You're also going to get member collaborations if you have a metal YouTube channel, band promotions if you have a band, early access to all new videos anywhere from 12 to 36 hours before everybody else, and members only Saturday night super chat requests, live streams for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show, and Wednesday nights they're genre specific, but everything that I do here is for all of you guys. Thank you so much. Love and appreciate you guys. Shout out time of the video, Barry and Rich, the silent producer of That Goat Metal Show, Deadite Delight, my buddy Sky, Ghoulish Dave, Mike Bogish, Trevor of Shredbeard, Mark Chaos Massacre, Oath to the Goat Podcast, and the Skull MCM. Those guys are all awesome. Make sure you check them out and show them some support. Also, check out my buddies' bands, Hell of Calzaria, Morticide, Cadaver Right, and Godamentus. Links for all that stuff and the channels are down in the description box below for the music and the channels. Have yourselves an awesome night. I'm fucking out of here. We'll see you for Album Ranking Wednesdays. Hails.